Hello, Eddie. Hello,
Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Good morning there, I know. I know we only have about 10 minutes with you, so let me just start out by asking you about something you said in your book of Weiwei-isms, which we have here. And it's that restrictions are an essential condition in the fight for freedom of expression. It's also a source for any kind of creativity. What does that mean for, though, expression in a relatively free society?
Well, I haven't really seen a true free society. I I think we all restricted by different problems, and those problems often made us who we are. And so I think as artists or writers, our freedom is really based on certain kind of issues or concerns, which can make us have a more close look or concerns about our life or our condition.
We were talking a little bit before about being able to separate art from politics. Is it possible to do that in a place like China, or is everything, or are the two inevitably really together?
I think in China, the condition is you have a state which basically has all its policy based on against individual rights or human rights. So I see so many writers, a poet, even just write a poetry or just a sentence has been put in jail, been trialed. I see so many young people daily because they put one tweet or just a retweet has been asking by police to go to having a tea to try to maintain this kind of so-called stability, but in the truth, fact is trying to harass them and also to scare them away. So how can this kind of society have any kind of real creativity without to react to this kind of censorship?
You've mentioned after your detention how difficult it is to recover from that and how difficult it is not to be bitter. Do you feel that bitterness has affected your art?
It affects me so much. It shows you such a condition you really has thought on humanity. You start to think what kind of world we live in, and you know, in many sense, it it really destroys your belief. That's how those the situation designed for. They trying to create some kind of reality to make you believe that's normal, that can happen anytime, and it can happen as they will. So that's the message is sent out to the public and also to you. I mean, if you have any sense, you would believe that is true. So how can you, you know, every day, I mean, constant struggle. If I walk on street, everything looks normal. China is developing, it's so fast and it's so amazing. You know, people not necessarily unhappy if you see their face. But what's behind it is this very scary picture. Whoever, if raises question about those, you know, those values, Solomon just mentioned, the universal values, can be considered as a subversion of state, can be put in jail, can disappear since they start to question those things, and can be forgotten by the society. That's most dangerous. It's those people who fighting for freedom are forgotten by the free world. or so-called free world.
Well, you mentioned about people in China. Do you think that the younger generation in China understands what went on during the Cultural Revolution? And do you think they would be as acquiescent, go along with it as much as happened earlier?
I think for this kind of state, this kind of authoritarian state, the most powerful skill they have is to cut off the memory. That's if we don't have a memory, we lost a big part of the truth of our, of being. So most young people cannot talk about or have no information about what happened in the past during the Cultural Revolution, or even after at 89. It's quite fresh at that time. This television, so young people, they are in universities. They don't know what happened in '89, which is great danger because all those people who has been educated through universities, they don't know very basic facts about what happened to their parents, and their parents are even scared to tell people what happened. So when China start to asking so much or have fight with Japan to ask them to tell the truth, that's ridiculous because they never tell the truth to their children what happened in their own land.
Let me ask you, are you in a situation now where you're able at least to continue doing your own art?
I think then we have to still come back to the question or definition of what is art. I'm not able to do my art if I cannot put my name even on domestic internet, if I cannot have shows in China. Yes, I'm still able to do my art with through technology, with this kind of Skype or on Twitter, or to show in the outside of China. But in China, if I want to have voice with the people who is familiar with me or want to hear my voice can never be heard.
All right, well, your voice is being heard tonight, and I just want to thank you very much on behalf of our whole audience for taking the time to be with us this evening. Thank you.